Me imagino que ahora va a ser en plan... Pasaron los meses y los años hasta que la hija... O la hija de la hija o... Alguna generación... No sé. Empezar a acelerar, ¿no? Lo que decía. Venga, 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 venga. Cuántos colores. Qué mareo. Parece que estoy teniendo una revelación cósmica o algo así. Continente de Pangea que se abre. Ahora representa que el robot estuvo por toda la historia. ¿Veis? Esos dos últimos cuadros de antes no los he reconocido. El de Dalí y todos esos sí. No tengo claro qué está pasando. O sea, se ha escapado de mi punto de comprensión. Vale, asumo que ha pasado semanas, meses, años, lo que sea. Esto era el cielo. Hombre, tiempo pasado porque están las telarañas.
It was the shoes the old man was going to give me. I thought I might as well put them on.
Sí, los he visto y digo, esa caja me suena.
The old man's hat fit me pretty good as well. I'm sure he wouldn't mind if I wore it. Amazingly, the shoes allowed me to defy gravity. Or maybe it was the hat.
Y le molesta la corbata. No, tiene pinta de que es el... De que son los sombreros... Ah, el sombrero de los zapatos. ¿Y si salto? Se mantiene, no se pierde el efecto. Wow, pero con esto gana un montón, ¿eh? Ahora quién me encuentro viviendo aquí. Mi mundo hecho trizas. La gente que conocía está muerta, o ha crecido y ha cambiado, o no están, ¿no? Uf, esto tiene pinta de que está bastante abandonado. Ah, espera. Ok. Bueno, no había escalera.
Part of the basement was flooded, and the stairs had collapsed.
Ah, no había visto el agua.
I didn't know what was going on, but I knew I wanted to get back upstairs.
Incluso las escaleras de piedra, que me parecían que era de piedra, se han derrumbado con el paso del tiempo. Una barbaridad.
The gate was locked. I would need a key to open it. I had to be careful.
Espera.
The electricity was going haywire in some places.
Ah, quería ver si por ahí estaba la llave. Yo sigo las flechas. Ah, ya lo pillo. Juegan con la perspectiva. Ya quito. Me gusta esto de jugar con la perspectiva. ¡Qué bueno soy!
How long had I been asleep? Months? Years? I was so confused. Where had everybody gone?
Las estatuas están. Esto está lleno de telarañas. ¿Se ha derrumbado? ¿Qué ha pasado? ¿Cuánto tiempo ha pasado?
I was slightly scared. This was the first time I had been outside on my own.
Ostras, mucho tiempo, ¿eh? No solo eso. Fijaos. Agujeros de bala. Ahora faltan los tambores.
I knew what I had to do. This had to be my purpose.
Limpiar, ¿no?
I would clean a million things, so I could become a real boy. Whatever that meant.
Bueno, es un objetivo tan bueno como cualquiera, ¿no? Quiero ver si hay algo en el tejado. Efectivamente. Y... no. ¿Cuánto hay por aquí? 2000 y pico. Jolín. Ay, también tengo que encontrar objetos. Resurrecciones de Lázaro 22. No tengo claro si ir hacia un lado o el otro. Yo quería subir, que he visto que había por aquí esto. Esperaos. Vale, tengo que ir al de arriba. El problema es que este no es... No, es que si se me tuerce no vale. ¿No puedo subir por aquí? Vamos a probar por aquí, pues.
I was surprised to see an old man, but
¿Alguien?
not as surprised as he was. It turned out he was blind. He was kneeling on the floor with his hand in a drain.
Ah, está
When I
atrapado.
asked him what he was doing, he said his cat had crawled into the pipes, and he was trying to get her out. He was very happy when I offered to help. He said there was no way we could reach her from here, so if I was willing, I could make my way through the sewers and get her from the other end. He said he would turn off the water for as long as possible, but I would have to run, as the pipes would soon fill up again. I happily agreed. So he gave me a key. He said this will open all the sewer gates.
Ah, esta
Go
debe
through
ser...
here, then down the ladder, and through the big
Ah,
door
vale.
at the
Pensaba
bottom.
que era la otra puerta que habíamos pasado antes. No es que lo ignore, pero ya de paso voy a ayudarle a limpiar esto. No entrar.
I better run.
Yeah. Esperaba que fuera tan literal. Ah, espérate. No. ¡Ah! ¡Quieto! ¡No! Si voy tan rápido no puedo recoger la basura como quiero. ¡No! A ver. Vale, eso soy yo que me he despistado. Ahí ha sido raro, creo que no me había dado.
I found the old man's cat. She was fine, if a little confused. I was horrified. It looked like me, but it shambled around like something from the film we watched on Halloween.
Ah, que el bicho... Vale. Claro, yo estaba siguiendo la lógica de aplastar al enemigo. Ah, igual por eso el ciego no se ha preocupado. Porque no ha visto que era un robot de este tipo. Vale, empiezo a teorizar que probablemente, como nuestro modelo, o sea, el prota, era el modelo 01, igual luego resultó que su modelo fue modificado para fines de guerra.
The man was happy to have his cat back. He looked so content with her sat on his lap. I told him about the thing I saw, but he just laughed and said, "Those bastard robots, they're always getting up through the pipes. Don't worry though, it'll never get through the big doors. If I had my way, we'd have blown up the lot of them when we had the chance." I wasn't sure what he meant, but I decided now wouldn't be the best time to tell him I was a robot. The man laughed and said, "Don't worry, I know who you are," and told me that he knew the old man.
Conocía al anciano.
As we chatted, the man brewed himself some tea. He said that he had worked for the old man. In fact, he had lost his sight in one of the old man's factories. Strangely, he smiled at this thought. "He always did me right," he said. "When I had my accident, the old man said he would look after me. And he did. He always made sure I had enough money, and he let me move into this old pumping station on his land. Which reminds me, I have something here for you." He rummaged around behind a cupboard. Then he continued saying, "The old man wanted you to have this when you were old enough, but fate wouldn't allow it." He passed me a large box.
Busco
It was empty.
esto detrás
I thought about pretending to be excited, but the man said, "Wait a minute, it's empty, isn't it?" He slumped back in his chair. "I was robbed a few months ago," he said, almost in a whisper.
Ostras, también
"It's
mala suerte.
strange, they took practically anything metal, but left loads of food and a brand new saxophone." The man looked sad, so I thought I would try to change the subject. I told him about my quest to clean a million things. This at least made him smile. He said I was welcome to go back through the pipes anytime I wanted, as there were loads of old things in there that could be cleaned away.
No, la verdad es que el juego me está encantando. Este es el saxofón que dijeron. Bueno, pues... no voy a decir... Anda, si se coge el sombrero y todo cuando corre para que no se lo lleve el viento. Qué listo. Claro, ahora mismo... tengo un total de 6.199 cachivaches recogidos. ¿Me está diciendo en serio que puedo llegar a recoger 1.000.000? O sea, el platino del juego es recoger 1.000.000, representa. Mientras vas pasando por historias y todo eso. Pero si yo sigo por la derecha... pero ¿por qué voy a poder bajar ahora con...? Vale, no he dicho nada. Por aquí no puedo ir porque no tengo llave. Bueno, espera. ¿Me sirve la llave de las alcantarillas? Más zombies. Bueno, robozombies. Consola. ¿Qué hace aquí una consola? Qué práctico, así puedo llegar a todas partes, ¿eh? Una cancha de básquet.
The gate was locked.
Aquí no podemos
I will need
ir.
a key to open it.
Entonces lo que vamos a hacer. Vamos a volver al sótano donde despertamos. ¿En serio? Y toma. Ya. Vamos a volver al sótano donde ha despertado Horace. Y vamos a ver si podemos abrir la puerta que teníamos allí. A ver, era aquí. Al revés. Si os fijáis, está hecho para que pueda volver. Efectivamente. Bien. Tiene que haber algo aquí. Anda, vamos a ver que tienen cohetes. O sea, sé que está esto, pero no puedo activarlo ni nada por el estilo. Espérate, igual. Yeah. Yepa. Espérate. Uf, me queda nada de la chispa, ¿eh? Oh. No sé si me saco algún bonus o algo por esto. Creo que alguien está pidiendo ayuda. Toma super chatarra. Ah, este debe ser el lado izquierdo. ¿Qué tal, Ben? Pues mira, estamos aquí con el Horace. La verdad es que el juego está bastante bien, ¿eh? Es uno de esos juegos que regalaron en la Epic. Wow, aquí hay mucha cosa, ¿eh? Y me imagino que quizás me hace falta unos... Ah, vale, que hay por ahí. Si caigo desde aquí, ¿me haré algo o qué? Ah, pues no estoy hecho, vamos.
The screaming was coming from one of the bedrooms, but the stairs were blocked by a wall of fire.
No pasa nada. Está aquí el robot salvador.
The people screaming turned out to be a man, a woman, and their children. They were confused
Mucha
and
gente.
terrified. At first the man looked like he was ready to fight me, but after I convinced them that I was there to help,
Ah,
he
no,
calmed
no
down.
estaba en plan zombie.
There was no way I could carry them all at once, so the children went first.
Uf, espero que me dé tiempo a salvarlos a todos. Que no pase algo como lo de... No puedo correr porque voy con alguien, ¿eh?
I dropped the children off at the front
Hay que salvar a los
door
padres.
and promised them that I would be back with their parents. I couldn't leave,
Vamos.
not while people were in trouble.
Ostras, se ha caído. Oh. Va a ser un problema. No, al revés.
The fire was getting much worse, so the woman
No, que no
went
voy a poder
next.
salvar al padre. Me están poniendo cada vez peor, ¿eh? Dime que puedo salvar a la familia. No puedo correr, no puedo correr. Un segundo, ya miro el chat, espera.
When we got to the front door, all the woman said was, "Thank you. Please hurry."
Ostras, el fuego también se ha puesto aquí. Hay que ver algún modo. ¡Uy! Me incineré. Ah, vale, ya lo pillo. Es... bien.
By the
El hombre se ha
time I
desmayado.
managed to get back, the man was unconscious. I had to pick him up quickly, as I could tell the house was going to collapse at any moment.
Uf. Ahora no solo no puedo correr, sino que encima apenas me puedo mover. Uf. Poco más y le echa musca a los zapatos. ¿Me ha dado tiempo, no? Me ha dado tiempo. Susto.
I helped the family set up a tent so they had somewhere to stay. The kids were excited as they got to camp outside, but I think they knew they had just lost their home. When I mentioned my quest to clean a million things, the man said I should look through the rubble of the house, as they had no use for it. So, when everyone was making dinner, I looked through the wreckage. There wasn't anything I could clean, but to my astonishment, I found a TV set and a games console.
¿En serio? Es lo
With
único
a
que ha
bit of
aguantado.
fiddling, I was able to get them to work. So I sat playing games with the kids until their parents said it was bedtime. As we talked, the man opened a bottle of wine. I asked what had happened. Why was
¿De
everything
dónde has
so
sacado la
ruined?
botella de vino?
The man looked at the woman, then the woman sighed and said, "There was a war."
Lo
"Yes,
sabía.
a war," said the man. "One side of the planet attacked the other, and before we knew, it was all over. Everything gone. Everything destroyed." "Well, it's late," said the woman. "We should really get some sleep. Help yourself to anything you need, and we'll see you tomorrow."
Ah, que también te cansas.
In the morning, I asked the man if he knew what had caused the fire that had destroyed their house. The man smiled. "Crap old house, bad wiring, constant electrical
Sí,
surges
y el
from
niño
the
ahí pirómano,
unreliable power
perdido.
plant. Take your pick." He said, "If we had the money, we'd move to the mainland. But we can barely feed ourselves, let alone buy a new house, so for now we're left here with the rest of the scum." But he did say I should head to the mainland, as there would be plenty there for me to clean, and a better quality of rubbish.
Basura de más calidad.
The man said, "Before the war, my lovely wife used to be a fisherman." "Fisherwoman? Fishing person?" "I used to catch fish," interrupted the woman, "and, seeing as you saved us all from a fiery end, maybe you would like to borrow my boat to get to the mainland." I was a little scared, but then they gave me some captain software and I was an old salty sea dog within minutes.
Pero vamos a ver. Vamos a ver. Acabáis de perder la casa. Estáis de acampada. Y tienes un barco, y eso no puede ser una casa. Mejor que la tienda de Luna va a ser. No solo eso, sino que encima lo regala. Con combustible y todo. Alucino. ¿Y eso? ¿Eso se puede limpiar? Ah, pero... está dentro del agua. Esto se ve... Espérate, que creo que son... ¿misiles? Qué heavy, ¿no? Horace puede limpiar incluso misiles. ¿Dónde ves? Este de aquí no lo había visto.